my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
Help!
Here,
Oh,
take my hand.
ah!
Come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me!
Take it. Take my hand.
Today, we celebrate the first of many diversity forums. Why is it that women appear to be worse at math than men? What is the source of this illusion? Or as I call it, the biggest lie ever told.
You're a worse version of Hitler.
Please believe me, I understand the problems of women. See?
The principal's a tranny.
Am I wearing women's clothes? I didn't notice. When I look in my closet, I don't see male clothes or female clothes. They're all the same.
Are you saying that men and women are identical?
Oh, no, of course not. Women are unique in every way.
Now he's saying women and men aren't equal.
No. It's the differences, of which there are none, that make the sameness exceptional. Just tell me.
Guess what? We took everything you love about the Bloomin' Onion and created a menu you've never seen before.
Let me hear you say, Bloom that ass. Bloom that ass.
This bloomified menu starts at $13.99 and it's gonna blow your bloomin' mind.
I want to say I'm really glad Michael Bancroft is here. I mean this. I feel like, look, I'm an admirer of yours. I like what you've done. You've carved out a path for yourself. I want to be better friends. That's what I want to say to you. Rob, the Replicator, I didn't even know you were here. But welcome, my friend. You are an awesome artist, and we're happy to have you here. Wait, are you an artist? You write your own stuff?
He is a good artist.
Okay. Your books look great. Cheers, everyone. And
Thank you.
I wondered if it would get old. I gave it a week without watching it, and it just hasn't. It's just as good as first the moment it happened. Did that make the nomination? I can't recall for most memorable moment.
Well, it is for me.
it was pretty memorable for me too.
Mm.
It was pretty good. How you going, Rob?
Yeah, good man. You?
I'm going all right.
Did you do trick or treating the other day?
I did. I don't know if I'm just getting older or whatever. It's hard. There's something about it. It just keeps getting harder and harder. Although, you know what it probably was? I had that V for Vendetta mask on my face the whole time.
Oh, nice. So you actually dressed up yourself. Do you have...
we always do. We always
do. You have any pics?
Yeah. There was the... hold on a sec. Mel posted it to Twitter. Let me bring it up.
All right.
Welcome, everybody in the chat. I'm sorry I'm ignoring you. Just catching up with Rob.
The most confronting thing was because we've been in lockdown for so long that there are lots of other people, and I'm like, this is weird. Go home, everyone. Yeah, it is strange to be back out again. It's I felt like the sun was really bright, even with my cool V for Vendetta hat on. The mask fit Mel a lot better. You can kind of see my big head behind it. It didn't work as well, but we looked pretty cool walking together. Mm.
And I think Billy Basco also went as V.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think it's just they've just finished Halloween over there in the States. I think. Anyway, let me say hello to everyone in the chat for this late night soiree. Imagine if says Hale. Hello, Eddie Winkler's gone to bed. Good night, Eddie. I hope you're having sweet dreams already. We got What About in the chat. KSS says Bancroft titled this coloring Rob Arnold's most racially diverse slaughter yet. and he said coloring without the U.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is a mostly US crowd, and that's why I'm the second favorite Australian.
Well, I mean, again, not Australian because he spells it like an American.
Does that mean you're his favorite Australian?
Yeah, I think that's exactly
we
what
got
he's
Dear
saying.
Man in the House, Arid Saga, Woke Skinner, says Joe. Yeah, that's such a great clip. Years and years ago, they predicted so much. We got Shaggy Bear in the House. We got Linkovich Chomovsky. We got SDA. He says, hi, Bogan, sexy chat. Who is Replicator, asks Phil. We're not going to find out until issue 4, I think. I don't know. I haven't read it.
It's funny, like, you guys think it's some giant secret. It's really not. It's painfully obvious if you read the books.
I'll have to go back and read them again. Ilada Schneely says, hello, darlings. Hello, darling. Did you ever watch Blackadder with Lieutenant Darling?
Is that a British TV show?
Yeah, it's Rowan Atkinson, and Stephen Fry was the colonel or whatever, and his lieutenant was Lieutenant Darling. And every time he'd come in and say, "Hello, darling," it was so good.
Mate, you're just making my point here that you're not Australian. You're spelling things like an American. You're watching British TV shows.
Australians love British TV shows. Rob Arnold is a magnificent artist. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, says KSS. We got Darth Josh in the house, Super Jerry. We have Antoine Dennison. Yeah, Bancroft's head is above and below the mask, and the sun is bright. I know. That really hurt my forehead lump, that mask and that hat. Guy Fawkes Day is coming up. You can wear it again. We don't actually celebrate Guy Fawkes Day in Australia.
That's really annoying in England. Guy Fawkes Day. It's just fireworks going off all the time.
That sounds like fun. Okay, Phil asks then, what is a replicator?
That's more complicated.
Indeed. Anton says he watched Blackadder when he was 10. And we got
like
Jeremy Burt's in the house and Well Hung and Dung, who says Kathleen Kim was great. I said, what does he say? I said, Kim, look at me. Look at me.
Look at me.
Look at me.
Look at me.
That sounds like hello from WA Perth, says Sam Rogers. What are we up to here today?
Did you do any pumpkin carving?
No, we did that last year, and I was like, that's probably the last time I'll do that.
I think I want to go get my pumpkin to show you. I'm pretty proud of it.
Go get it.
All right.
So this is the page that I've just been working on just now. That's why I called it the most racially diverse slaughter that we've seen in Replicator thus far. We got a Irishman here, blue eyes, red hair. This guy's black at the back. It's the same guy here. This guy's some sort of Latinx, Latinx, Latino fella, I presume. He looks it to me. I mean, I haven't heard his accent, but this is how I see it. And this guy at the back, I don't know what he is. This guy as well. But either way, they're coming undone. Now we talk shit. Oh, but we missed our spot to talk crap about you, Rob. Oh, okay. All right. That's something.
Let me make it darker in
that?
here. Let me make it darker in here. All right, 1 sec.
Stephen Rockwood says it's 12:30 a.m. Time for a Coke. I'm having a cup of tea. Whoa. Why is it just on Rob? That was weird. Why did that happen? Fallout Zone says, looks horrifying. Too bad he can't hear you at the moment. KSS says, see, Rob is a great artist. I mean, I suppose it's... Yeah, if you would imagine jack-o'-lanterns were a real thing, that would attack you.
Look at
I
that.
guess it would
That's
look a
great.
bit like that. Is that the first one you've ever done?
Second one I've ever done.
Wonder what the first one looked like.
Probably not.
This
as
is
good.
your new meme, Rob. Fantastic artist, Rob Arnold.
I know. People have been telling me I should. People have been telling me I should do sketch tiers and stuff for my campaigns. I'm like, oh, really? You really want a sketch tier? All right.
I put a sketch on your quick pack mailer.
You did.
You could have put a Rob Hawk on that bad boy. They are a real thing, says Sumo. I mean, like in a horror movie, if they go around biting people's ankles. That's what I meant.
Oh, can we shout something out for a sec?
If you'd like. Sure.
Cryptidnals is literally ending now. He's pressed the shutdown button. So it could close at any time as soon as Indiegogo see the email and close the campaign. So if you want to get a copy of it, this is your actual last chance. So 132 pages, fantastic art, $25, really cheap for that amount of pages. What do you think?
I nominated the Mothman cover for my best cover of the year, but I was the only one who nominated it, so it didn't make the nominations.
Is that Mel when she gets angry?
Pretty close. Steven says the inks on Cryptidnals are awesome. The whole thing looks awesome. The whole thing looks amazing. Does that jack-o'-lantern have a meth mouth? It kind of does, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
GK1 says, get to work. Well, I've been at work. We know what happens on these streams.
That's it. So yeah, back to Cryptidnals. If you haven't already, can someone chuck the link in chat so I don't have to do it? I'm going to have to do it, aren't I?
Rob Arnold. Hold on a sec.
I'll do it. I'll click on YouTube. I'll open it up.
No, I've got it. I've been looking at it all day, so it's in my history.
KSSS. When CG has its annual Comicsgate awards, I'm nominating Rob as Best New Artist. Awesome. I'll take it.
Well, there's the chat awards happening. They're not called the Malons, although I do like that. They're just called... They're not called anything. It's just the chat. As nominated by the chat. That's it. So I've been coloring this page, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a sec.
The stoolies.
Did you not notify Mo Biggs of this stream? It is quiet without Mo, isn't it? He's probably in bed. He's been on every stream I've popped my head into today. I just put the link out and then they just went live. I put the link on Twitter. If he pops in, I'm sure he'll make his presence known. So what do we got here? So this is after... Should I show the other page?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I'll show the other page.
Oh, Steven says I nominated Rob for Best Artist, but they didn't put it on the list.
Did you like my little guy knocking on the door?
Yeah. I had to zoom in and figure out what was going on, but yeah, it's cool.
I mean, it's quite small.
Yeah.
But at least there's a man. Earlier there was no man there, so it didn't really make a whole lot of sense storytelling wise. I mean, it is good to have an establishing shot every time you switch a scene. But so this guy comes to the door, knock, knock, and this fella here meets an untimely demise. And did you see what I did here? It's very subtle.
No.
I'm all about subtlety. Look, there's a red light.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So the red light means she's near.
There's going to be nudes.
The red light means there's going to be some slaughtering going on. So directly after that, these are the guys who were inside, and they're like, What the hell? All right. And so now I've put the red light here. So now, see, this is these guys back here.
Mm-hmm.
He's smoking a cigarette. I also had to add in that cigarette, Rob. He didn't have a cigarette in there. The things I have to do.
Mate, you're saving the whole project, aren't you?
Because can you imagine how many people would have been complaining if he didn't have a cigarette, and then in the next panel there's a cigarette falling out of his mouth?
Uh,
Are you laughing at Deltaverse or Leroy?
I'm laughing at Leroy.
Leroy says, I can't wait till Gabe shows up and tells Bancroft how to color. It's become a tradition. And that's okay. Many ways to skin a cat. Deltaverse also says Red Lloyd. Yeah. That's how we say it. A real smoker wouldn't allow that cigarette to fall. Well,
especially in Australia, Bancroft.
How many real smokers just saw one of their compatriots have his head chopped off at the jaw?
Mm.
So yeah, the red light comes back into play, and then they're like, "What? Who did?" So then they start firing. Bam, 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 bam. And now this he's going to get sucked in by this metallic tentacle. I didn't know she had that power.
Yeah,
but
it comes out of the her gauntlet.
Was that in the first book?
It was, but she had a harpoon gun in the first book, and she's been upgraded.
Bancroft is a subtle storyteller. Thank you very much. Might be your last smoke. Never let it fall. Well, it is his last smoke, I presume. As he gets sucked into the blackness here, which I'm about to color. So
you're gonna color
so we can actually
some blacks. That seems
yes, Rob.
That seems unlike you. You're all about stripping those blacks.
Well, actually, you made me strip a black out of this book, if you recall, with good reason.
True. Yeah, with good reason.
It's like, why is this guy black all of a sudden? I was like, I don't know. That's what he was. That's how Corey colored him. What do you want me to do? I assumed he was black because that's how he was colored. But then I look back in the previous books, he's definitely not black.
So he's very white.
Yeah.
Someone backed Cryptidnal, so thank you if it was someone from here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what I'd love to know how Halloween is in America. Like, it seems awesome with all like your hay rides and stuff. We have nothing here. We have like,
well, we have. What is it like around where you live? Are there much trick or treating going on?
yeah, it's a lot better than it was when we were kids, when there was like absolutely nothing. Some tattoo parlor guy he's done up his house with heaps of scary things, and kids go through it. That sounds so bad when you say it like that. They do come out the other side, the kids, which is good
most of the time.
Someone says, "Hey, rides. What are we Amish? Don't you get on like tractors and you have like hay bale mazes and scary stuff like that?" Am I basing that purely off
imagine
TV?
It would be everyone doing that. They do apple bobbing, you know. I guess. I mean, I don't really know. But there's only certain suburbs that seem to do it. They don't do it around here where we live. But just down the road, they do. So that's where we go. We have to take the car and do a little bit of a drive to find anywhere that actually does it. We would like to do it, but there doesn't seem to be anyone else in the street or in the area even.
Yeah, listen how cool this sounds. John says corn mazes, yes, they exist. Sometimes there are hay rides in rural areas. Halloween is awesome. The candy, the girls get KSSS, get dressed like slutty nurses, cops, superheroes, vampires, zombies. I think you get the drift. Mason says,
I hope he's talking about
hay-
overage girls.
Yeah, I hope so. There are hay rides. You go out in the field and pick your own pumpkin, caramel apple, kettle corn, jack-o'-lantern, haunted house, fog machines, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's
So cool.
We don't do anything quite that intense.
Apparently, Shanth was telling a ghost story on his stream, which was cool. Says Tommy, which is
Was it
cool.
better than mine?
Yours was pretty anticlimactic, I gotta say.
Well,
what the hell was
what
Joe's
did you want me to
on
lie?
about, man?
What's that?
What was Joe's on about?
I don't know, but I mean, he believes that this happened. You know, that's his memory of what happened, and how do you explain any of that? You know, it's pretty spooky. I like it when the story is the actual person, not just my dad stayed in or I know one of my friends was over at their friends, and I remember when I was growing up. What?
Phil says, Bancroft, did you see my Edgar Allan Poe video tonight? And Leroy says, shut up, Phil, go to bed.
What is wrong with the floating ball? I didn't say this, but I stood there stuck in place for God knows how long after that. I was just so friggin', I don't know, shocked, I guess. I was in a state of shock. It was crazy. Phil is in bed. Yeah, I said that to Leroy the other day. He didn't like it. He was like, ew, I don't want that image.
You're Phil in bed.
Everyone tweets and YouTube's in bed. Tommy says Chance was legit a good one. Anton says, are these your colors or Corey's? Sorry if you answered this already. I'm working. This page here, see, it depends. Some of the pages, basically what we're using from Corey are the rendering, which I would describe as this stuff. Like this, that sort of stuff. This page, the only rendering we use from Corey is this stuff here, which is his sort of tonal, what can I say? I mean, it just sort of gives form to the flats, really. Some pages we can use more because basically I agree with the light source and how it was done. Sometimes I didn't agree, especially when we were really wanting to focus on storytelling, and we needed the light source to come from a certain direction, but Corey had lit it from another direction. And but this page is 90% me.
Shane Davis in the house.
We have a wandering Davis. There's a very gothic feel to it.
I love Antoine's
it's really sharp
profile picture.
What's that?
I love Antoine's profile picture.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's him with his dog.
He looks like he's going hunting or something with that hat.
It's hunting dog. Everyone's happy to see Shane. Oh.
Do we know Pterodactyl's name yet? Has that been announced?
No, Pterodactyl is the name. Yeah, just like Tug's daughter's name is Littlest Umbrella. Lug. Yeah. That's all we're ever going to know.
All right.
As far as I'm aware. as far as I'm aware.
Assaulting someone with Phil's sock is considered a felony in Illinois. Gross.
Depends. Yeah, there it is. Full name: Pterodactyl Galactus Davis. Beautiful name. We don't know a name. Just think of her as little Mavis Davis. I'd approve of that.
Dying Days of YouTube. For fuck's sake, he's not going to call her Rob. I would hope he would not. David
Shane
Fee.
strikes me as the kind of guy who would be a little bit perturbed that so many strangers on the internet are so interested in the name of his newborn child. That's just the way I see it.
Have you ever had like friends who've named their baby something and you're just like, that's a stupid name?
Yeah.
Like what?
Family, actually, not friends.
What? They named the kid Family?
No.
Yeah,
I've had family.
I get you. What? Oh, and you probably can't say it, can you?
No, I can't.
Oh, man.
But yes, also friends too.
Phil did a really good cosplay of Rachel Maddow yesterday. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is?
Of course you don't know who Rachel Maddow is. That just makes so much sense.
Who is it?
She is a news commentator.
About politics?
I mean, news people do tend to cover politics.
That's why I wouldn't know her.
She's in the States.
And exactly why you would. I mean, all the signs are just pointing towards you're American.
One day.
You hear stories about people that name their kids stuff like Ladasha. And it's like LA-A, like an actual dash. Ladasha.
Our next door neighbor was called Candace with a Y. I thought that was interesting.
Candace with a Y?
Yeah.
How?
Candyce. We've got a Xander in our friends group.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. I got quite used to it. I remember at the time thinking, well, that's unusual. But I'm more into normal names.
You like old names like Henry and William and stuff, don't you?
I do like William, yes.
Yeah, that was obvious. So, I mean, I can tell you my unexplained story since you ignored me the other day.
I sent you the link.
Yeah, but I was already eating by that stage. You're too
I
late.
ignored you. I sent you the link. Good Lord.
So this is a story I can't explain. I don't think it is paranormal or ghost related. It makes no sense to me, and I can't figure it out still. So I was living in England at the time. This is probably like 8 or 9 years ago now, and had a bit of a headache. Went to bed, fell asleep, woke up hours later, and the entire room was lit up red. Right, lights off, but I can see everything. The best way to explain it is like when you have
as if like a red light was on, or it was dark and there was just a red tinge across it.
No, the whole room was red. Like, you know how you've got like night vision and everything's got that kind of green look to it? It was like that, except it was red.
Yeah.
Went to the toilet, came back.
So that just happens. You're like, oh, I'll go have a pee.
Well, it's like you're half asleep. You're like, what? How are you meant to figure out what is going on when you're half asleep and everything's red? You're like, this is too much. So I went to the toilet, came back, everything was normal. So if anyone in chat has a theory about the red room, let me know.
That seems to me something you could probably Google, and it'd be like, yeah, you can have some sort of.
You had a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, something like that is what I'm thinking. Leroy says it's like when Rob gets a haircut, it makes it look like he has a big turd on the top of his head.
It's not far off though. I'll give him that.
Full screen with that. Yeah, that's true.
I kind of do look like the poop emoji.
Big one, right down the middle.
Thanks, Leroy, for that.
Ryan says great. You were probed. Maybe there was a red light shining through the window. So yeah, someone had their brake light.
Nah. It was the whole room was red. Like you could make out every object
from the window.
Was red.
Yeah. I hear. Story that does not make sense to Rob. There was this thing like a pile of papers, but tied together. There were black spots everywhere, like ants had walked over it. That's Tommy is critiquing your storytelling abilities.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Rob was abducted.
Would you like to be abducted by aliens?
I mean, you're gonna have to give me some sort of like categories or what happens. Like, is it just you get abducted by aliens? Do you get sent back home? Like, do you get superpowers? What are we looking at here?
Well, if you listen to most people who stick with their stories, it's I was abducted. I woke up on a table and they were standing over me and I couldn't move and they were doing things to me. And then, I was listening to they weren't speaking, but I could tell they were communicating. I was looking around the room. It looked like some sort of, clinical area, but it didn't look human. And then after a number of hours, they just sent me back home. I'm not saying you're getting butt probed, because I don't know if that actually happens. That's like a joke. But that's quite an experience. And then you can know without a shadow of a doubt that aliens are among us.
I think there needs to be some sort of positive benefit for it.
That's pretty positive.
Aliens exist.
Yeah, I mean, I already believe them. I believe aliens are real.
So do I.
But I want to know, because you can believe something without knowing. I don't know if they're real, but I believe on the balance of evidence that they are real and that they probably are here or were here.
I don't know. I don't think that they are here. I think they may have been here.
Yeah, that's probably more likely that they may have been here at some point in the past.
I just think like people underestimate how ridiculously big the universe is. Like it's incomprehensible.
I think most people accept that there will be life somewhere else out there in the universe, whatever that is. That's just on balance of probabilities. But I'm talking about aliens, the stories that people tell. How many of those are real? I'm not saying most of them are, but I think some of them are. There's a good one. What if Rob was the first human ever abducted by aliens? Would they ever come back?
You can thank me if they're hostile.
I don't think they would be hostile in the way that if they're capable of traveling over the, over the distances, they wouldn't be any more hostile than we are to a colony of ants or bees. They don't need our resources.
Well, there's a funny thing I read it on that, and that is that gold could be a really valuable element because it can be used to it's a lightweight metal, and it might be rare in the universe. So Earth has an abundance of it. So it may be an element that is interesting to an alien species.
Fair enough. Did you listen at all to the guy who was on Joe Rogan, who says he used to work with the alien spacecraft that everyone's been seeing, all the Navy and everything's been seeing flying around?
No.
He said that they run on some special. Back in the 70s, he said they run on some special isotope of some undiscovered element. And back in the 70s, everyone's like, oh yeah, all right, Bob Lazar, yeah, there you go. Well, they've since discovered the element, although they haven't been able to get the isotope that is stable enough that would be used as the fuel. And he said, this is complete speculation. Maybe they come from a part of the universe or the galaxy or whatever where that isotope is common. Antoine, I think Antoine's right. If they've mastered near light travel and can create vehicles that can travel intergalactically and have anti-gravity, and gravity is ubiquitous in the universe. It's everywhere. So if they can surmount that, which to us is impossible.
Don't throw logic
impossible
at this conversation.
They can most likely just make gold or just get it from somewhere.
Have you seen the video on the new sun they've discovered, or the new star?
They've got an actual video of it?
No, not like a video, just like one of those comparison videos of like how big it is.
Oh yeah, I love those things. It shows the scale.
Oh mate, you can't. This is ridiculous. I've got to try and find it. It's just like
it's nuts.
I
don't know if I'm the exact one you're talking about, but yeah, our star's pretty small.
It makes our star look like less than a grain of sand in comparison to theirs. It's crazy.
Yeah, Tommy's right. If aliens can travel from system to system, they can harvest rocks from the asteroid belt. No need to go to Earth's gravity field. They can, that's what I would imagine. It would really be a matter of just studying these strange creatures and making sure. Now, another thing that Bob Lazar said was that they started becoming prominent. The sightings started becoming prominent the higher the technological advancements. Like it happened right after the development of the nuclear bomb, the atomic bomb back in the day. And some people have hypothesized, based on sightings and everything and activities, that they may have been involved in potentially stopping things happening. But I mean, who knows if any of that's true. Watch DankNet's video. He didn't discover the element. It was around before. He talked about it. Okay.
Have you heard of
some person bought the Cryptidnals?
Oh, good job, dude. Well done.
I know they bought it early. Oh, we got a Cryptidnals raid. Nice.
Have you heard about the Great Filter?
Nope.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it anyway. Are you both muted? No, we both just happened to stop talking at the same time.
This is a very different stream to Late Night with Comicsgate.
Yeah.
The Great Filter is a Photoshop filter that turns everything Marvel and DC. All in the Dice says, about to blow your mind. What Rob is with the Great Filter. That we're getting close to the truth. Sorry about that.
There's a really good graphic for it that I'd like to find, but I can't. So if anyone in chat can find it.
Why so late though? Says Enrique. Is it Enrique or Enrique? I don't know.
Enrique.
I apologize. Well, we usually do this late. Usually I do this after work. Now I've been at home working on Replicator today. So I just thought we would continue on with that. For all the collectors, the Mothman cover was allowed to be bought again. Yeah, I got both. I got the Mothman and the skull holding thing. Oh, Reenie sent too. Well, wasn't Reenie on with 656? How Reenie? Have you seen her sketches that she's... Oh, no, sketches. Have you seen her drawings, ink art that she's been doing over on Fragtober?
Only a little bit of what she showed on 656 stream earlier. I haven't seen more than that.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Because I've only seen stuff, she's been doing for her book. So now, just seeing some other characters and stuff, she's the real deal, art-wise.
And they're kind of a different style to her book, yeah?
Yeah, it's traditional. It's really good. Rini took Malin's belt, I believe, from what I've seen. I believe. Steven says her art is good. She did a real good Galactus thing sometime back. I'll have to check that out. Although Micro is demanding an audit, 321 to 289 votes. That's a lot of votes for a stream. That's impressive. I'm not liking any of this. I'm not liking any of it. What am I going to do here?
So I do have another unexplainable story too. This one took place when I was in high school. My girlfriend and I decided to wag school. I don't know what you call it in America. Probably just skip school. Go home at lunchtime. She used to live in like this giant living room, had windows all the way around, and like a couch in the middle, and the TV in front of that. We were watching TV. No one else is home, just us two and her dog. And we're watching TV, and like back in the day, Bancroft, when they went from the program to like a commercial, there'd be like a split second of the screen will be black for a split second.
Mm.
In the reflection of that black screen, we could see someone standing behind us on the couch. That is our scary story.
You both saw the same thing?
Both saw the same thing. No
Did
one
you
else
turn around and see a
Yep.
coat on a hanger or something?
Yep. No. There's no coat on the hanger.
You said yes.
Damn it. I got distracted by Stephen Rockwood. So, yeah, explain that one, Bancroft.
How would I explain it?
Well, I don't know.
Why would I explain it?
It was the weed? I wish. Was he being probed? Why are there always reflections? I don't know. So what are you doing here, mate?
I'm just trying to give a little bit more, I guess, word thing, something. Definition, making things pop, I suppose. To these guys here down in this little panel at the end. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's working though. I think it isn't. I think I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna come back to that. Not really working.
There is so much dead air. I keep thinking my screen is frozen.
Well, that's Rob's fault. He's supposed to come in and chat with the chat.
Sure.
I'm focusing on very important things.
You can't do two things at once.
I can't.
The way it is.
We all know that.
So Fragtober's ended, I take it. It's the first year.
Yes, Rini won.
We need a Rob rant. I think I'm all ranted out. I thought my rants were pretty good this week, but people are telling me like 4 out of 10.
Everything I do is proper coloring, John. Someone asked me in the award thing over on Leroy's if they said, "What's Bancroft doing on there?" And then he asked me, "Do you consider yourself a colorist?" I didn't know if he was just giving me a good old internet poke or what was going on. But then I thought about it and I said, I've colored over 100 pages over the last year. I think that qualifies me as a colorist. So.
Leroy says Irene won Fragtober as soon as she started fulfilling her book.
Micro says, "Hey Rob, what got you to comics?" Bancroft said before they aren't that big in Australia. No, Rob said they aren't that big in Australia. I said they were massive, always have been, huge. Marvel, DC, everything. And Rob somehow lived in some cloistered, I don't know, cult where they didn't allow comics.
It's funny how Clayton, the Australian, and Rob, the Australian, have the similar history of comics here, and Bancroft has the American experience where he had all the Marvel and DC books he could stomach. What say you, Bancroft?
I don't know where you grew up. I think you lived underground. I think Stephen has it right. I don't know.
Australia is where I grew up.
They've always been here. I've been. I was watching Spider-Man cartoons when I was 4. And then when I turned 11, I went down to the local newsagent, and there was a bounty of comic books that I could choose from.
Who else in chat is Australian? If you are, let me know if you had access to Marvel and DC comics when you were a kid.
Atheline is right. We literally have Marvel Stadium here in Melbourne.
Yeah, that happened somewhat recently, not 20 years ago.
John asks, what do you call the coloring beyond the flatting? So,
coloring.
Well, yeah, I mean, but if you want more steps than that, so there's the flats. Let me put the inks on. There's holds. These aren't a great example, but there you go. Holds. There's kind of tonal stuff, value stuff. You see up there? So I don't want all these guys to be on the same plane. I want these guys, the guys at the front, to pop out. So that's like more value. That's color shifting, I guess you could call that. Then there's this layer I don't personally do for the Lucent. It's too time consuming and it's not the look that I'm going for. But this is more sort of form with shadows and highlights, so it adds form to the guys there. And then there's just, I would say, coloring adjustments, rendering. There's adding in certain things. All this stuff I would call rendering. With highlights and stuff like that. That's what I call it anyway. There's adjustments after that. And yeah, that's
whoever asked this question.
That's about it. Hey, this is a coloring stream.
You guys are not confirming my narrative that Bancroft is in fact American. Might want to change your comments and edit it for me.
Terrible theory you have. It's not even a theory, it's a hypothesis. Ryan Blue Thunder says, Bancroft, I had you on my spreadsheet as top 3 nominee for Book of the Year, Best Colorist, Best Writer, and Community Ambassador. Thank you so much, Ryan Blue Thunder. Remind me to buy you a drink when I get to the States. Everyone on Fragtober was very good. The vote was very close with LaPressia and Irene, says some person. KSS says, Rob lived somewhere where the ghosts watch you, but only during the commercial breaks. Oh, there he is. Mo found it. Hal Mo Biggs is in the chat. Great to see Mo. We were
back to
wondering
Micro's
if you've been blocked. I'll get down to it. Wait, Australia has their own comic industry? No. But, we've always imported comics. Always. Or we used to actually print them ourselves. I have got in my collection a whole bunch of reprints from the 50s and 40s of Superman and Superboy comics. So that was before they were importing them. When you said massive, I immediately thought you guys were talking about spiders and koalas. There's Deltaverse. Admiral Wackars is an American bogan. The bogan is getting out there. Oh, so Micra, this is for you, Rob. How did you get into comics?
My uncle had a whole stack of Judge Dredd and Phantom comics. That's how I got into it. I think I always loved the character creation or like the characters from comics more than the actual stories themselves. That's how I got into it. Like when I was a wee young lad, and then I fell into that 9 to 5 trap that they sucker you into. You've got to work 9 to 5 to provide for your family and get ahead in life, and don't follow your dreams because we need a workforce type thing. And yeah, then picked it back up again in my early 30s, I think it was.
There you go.
That's it.
Deltaverse agrees. It's called rendering. I call when you're doing the highlights and stuff rendering. There's other stuff that you do that isn't necessarily rendering. Can get Batman comics like 2 years ago at the news shop. Yeah, there, Athaline is right.
Mate, I've read more Phantom and Judge Dredd comics than Leroy ever has.
Is that I shouldn't say anything bad about the Phantom because Graham Nolan is a very famous Phantom artist. Dying Days says, I'm Perth born and raised. We had some Marvel and DC news agents. That's a hard word to say, but for the longest time we had one comic shop. Yeah, we were a bit spoilt in Melbourne for comic shops. That's true.
In central Melbourne, like in the city.
I used to go, there was a fantastic shop in Ringwood.
My God.
There's a shop in Paran. There's a shop just down the road here where I am. Everywhere. Rob. Bancroft is a space alien. I wish.
The Phantom is not boring, Mo. He has a skull ring, he punches people, and then a skull mark is left on their face. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Was George upset by the lack of Siegenthaler nominations? I thought skits hit a home run on the colouring. Agreed with you all on the three-way split with Starlight Cats made it difficult to include. Well, George and a bunch of people really, really loved skits. And in the same way that I really loved the covers. My two favorite covers this year were both on Cryptidnals, but I was the only one who said that. And there was a bunch of people who had similar stuff, like Lord Crackhead nominated LaMarchelle for a character. There was, I think it was Amanda nominated black and white cover. But if there's only one nomination, the choice is clear, or fewer nominations. It was getting kind of tight on some of those categories. Leroy says no, he thought they were fair. Yeah, even you might think it's the best thing ever. It's more about what the majority of the chat thought. Lol, Bancroft and Rob aren't into comics. That's the rumor. That's the rumor going around.
Read this one. Bancroft has read more issues of Better Homes and Gardens than comic books.
That's not true. I have not read a single.
Enrique says, is the Phantom just broke Batman? No, it's actually the other way around. The Phantom was created in 1936 and Batman was 1939. So there you go. There's only one OG.
People still talking about the categories. Yeah, look, I've got one Phantom trade. It's not the most exciting read, but it's still all right. It's cool.
It's really pretty boring. Like, honestly, like,
yeah,
objectively,
but I don't mind boring.
It's
like, compared to modern day stuff. Yeah, but oh man, Sheev says, I grew up reading Phantom 2. I got them in show bags from the Eka. Oh my god. Man, I haven't heard people talk about the Eka in a long time.
The hell's the Eka?
It's like the show. It's like the Melbourne show. Hold on a sec. I'm trying to catch up with the chat here instead of getting to this page.
KSS says the Phantom is not broke Batman. Batman is rich Phantom. But the Phantom is also rich. Do you not remember that he has some of the world's most important artifacts from throughout history?
I wish I could grab that link. I can't. Hold on. I'm going to have to. My curiosity has got the best of me now. Pending. All right, where is it?
Did reading Judge Dredd prepare you for the lockdown? It's not far off, huh?
I like it. I approve. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, Sheev McQueen. Rob is correct. He basically has the world's best museum. He has Alexander the Great's sword.
That's what Mo Big says. My collection. Wow, they got it to issue 43.
That's pretty good.
And presumably more of Barbie for some.
That would take me about 20 years to get to 43 issues.
When was the last time you watched a Barbie movie?
I've never watched a Barbie movie. I didn't even know they made Barbie movies.
They make a lot of Barbie movies, and I watched one maybe 2 months ago. Victoria's very excited that there was a new Barbie movie, and I sat down. I think I was drawing, but then by the end of it, I wanted to know what happened at the end.
Oh man, I get suckered into kids shows all the time. I'm like, this is stupid, but I need to find out what happens.
Fancy Pants Phantom with his artifacts.
He's got a better layer as well than Batman. Let's bring up the Phantom's layer.
I had a Barbie game on Super Nintendo. I wonder what you would do in a Barbie game. The only Barbie movie I ever watched was whatever clip Bancroft made us watch. Oh, was that the BLM Barbie vlog? That was disappointing.
This doesn't look as good as I remember it. Yeah, look at this. So this is the Phantom. He has his skull cave. That's his lair.
Yeah.
It's a treasure room.
Throne.
Yeah.
His ring.
Yep.
He
Gold,
punches
rubies,
people
diamonds.
and you can see.
Major treasure room. The sword of King Arthur. The sword of Roland. The ivory horn of Roland. The asp that bit Cleopatra. I mean,
Asp.
what does Batman have on him right now?
Well, I mean, you know they just made that up, Rob.
I don't know. I'm really trying to make the Phantom.
I don't think you're
seem
selling
cool.
anyone on Phantom right now.
Have I made any Phantom fans?
I want to show something off, but I don't know if I can because it's not set up properly yet. I thought it was, but I tested it and it wasn't.
What Antoine says, what does Batman have on the Phantom? Sales. Sales and popularity.
Maybe I can just show it. I got this.
What is that?
It's a second camera.
Why'd you get a second camera? That's crazy.
Table cam. Beep. I'll be able to fill the table. The only problem is I haven't worked out. I did work out how to do it without getting an echo, but I checked it out again today, and the echo came back. I don't know what to do about that. But I'll be able to film my table cam. Dun, dun, dun.
So are you going to do like time lapses? Because otherwise, like that'd be like a 14-hour stream to do a couple of colors.
No, I'm not. Look what I can do. I take this, or I could take this. Put it down on the table. Get this going here. And then we can go on a journey together. You, me, the chat. We can have fun.
Leroy's on a little bit of fire tonight.
You're doing all right on this page, Bancroft. I don't think you'll win any Eisners. Damn it!
Dying Days of YouTube. As long as there is no under the table cam.
Well, when I initially set it up, it was showing too much of my crotch. I was gonna call it crotch cam, but I figured out where to place it, so it was only table cam. Just disable the mic on the camera. That's what I did the first time, and it worked. And then I did it the second time, and we got echo.
So what are you doing on this page now?
There's some new stuff on here that needs a little bit of tender love and care. We turned him around so we can see his face.
Mm-hmm.
His terrible face. Haunted by his decisions to go to work that night as the henchman.
Admiral Whack asks, what's going on? Is Bancroft starting an OnlyFans?
No, it's Zach already patented his crotch cam. Yeah, I know. That's okay. You would have to talk to Gabe, Ryan. You could get Bancroft and Eisner for sure. Oh, is Ryan in there? What can I do to get Eric Weathers and Eisner? I've been researching Eisner nominations. Yeah, he should totally get one. That's actually true.
Did you know?
No, not starting an OnlyFans. A new kind of show, for this channel.
Did you know Clayton did a cover for the Phantom?
I did.
Oh, okay. That's all. See you, Hockey.
See ya, Hockey. What is it, 6:20? Hockey's off to dinner. Hockey makes dinner. What are you sharing over there?
Oh, I'm just
Nothing.
scrolling.
You're just looking. You're just
I'm just
not
looking.
paying attention or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Enrique says Phantom is a thief. That isn't cool.
Yeah. I like to think of him more as an appropriator.
Sad Puppies did it with the Hugo Awards. Yeah, how did that work out for them? They were
Oh my gosh.
they were maligned.
You
by
wouldn't
a-
down. Oh, Mike, that can you see Enrique's comment, dude? That those ads made me so angry. You don't tell me what I wouldn't do. I'll download a car.
Yeah, terrible. By the way, on the art, this page looks really cool, says Geekhazu. The facial expressions are incredible. Yeah, I really do like it when William gets really very cartoony with his facial expressions and just selling the emotions. Is it just me, or is that muzzle flash get lost in the hail of bullet casings? Well, that hasn't been... I haven't added the special effects yet, Sumo. That's why.
Perth and Ryan said they'd both download a car.
Bancroft, did you see Hockey on A&H last night? What's A&H?
Alien Hockey, I'd assume.
I didn't know. Did I miss something good? It's
No
given
idea.
Eisner, you just need an antidepressant, change your sex, and lop off a limb. No one's starting. I'm going to try it. Should I try it? Should I try out this camera?
I mean, at least when we do these streams, right, you at least pretend to work.
A little bit. Yeah. I think I'm going to get an echo. Let me try it out. Hang on a sec.
Hockey was pretty entertaining with his costume. What was it, Mo?
Oh, it was a Halloween thing. Oh, cool. Bancroft is hearing ghosts. No, I heard a jet engine, but it sounded really low. It was a high pitch. I'm always worried. We live under an airport. I'm always worried that one's going to crash into the backyard. That's why I did that.
You're like, oh, here's a question for you. If your plane was going to... The family's not home, right? Let me set the scenario. The family's not home. Everyone's out. You're out as well. There's a plane crash at your house. Would you rather it hit the house or your shack?
Oh. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Oh, look. Can I just hit the next door neighbor?
Yeah, you're fun.
Rather than me. Okay.
Destructo is a fan of the 96 Phantom movie.
All right, so this is not... Yes, we can hear that, can't we? There's an echo.
No.
Oh, so it's just me. I can just hear myself talking.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Hang on, what if I mute that? Did you hear an echo?
Nope.
Oh, God. All right, so it's just me who's hearing it. That's weird. But anyway, we can do that. Let me stop sharing this. God. No, stop sharing. Remove. Okay. And then you can do this, I think. No, this. And then look, you can drag this over. Look at that.
Yeah, but you've got no screen there. It's just, is it just going to be your hand moving?
Hold on a sec. Here. Move that. Okay. I'll put something here so that, because that light is a bit distracting. Oh, this is not the real thing. This is the theory. What's this? Oh, that's my cord.
This is riveting YouTube right now.
Voice is a bit airy. Yeah, I don't know what, like the other one is muted. I don't know what to do.
Check it in your sound settings.
I don't know what. Yeah, I did. Anyway, this is just. So look at this. What we can do, Rob. Hello. No, I wouldn't have this cord here. Look. Rob. Who's this? Why is she the first person that we meet in Replicator?
Why not?
And then we never see her again.
Well, she's dead. Look at those haunting eyes.
Anyway, look, we can do this. Hello, everyone. This is Rob Arnold's Replicator. Bancroft stole Shelby's webcam setup. Yeah, pretty much. Unboxings. We can do unboxings. We can, most importantly, we can do deep dives on comics. Just like that. Robbie's not interested. He doesn't give a crap. All right, fine. Fine. All right.
There's a lot of lag with the cord cam from Maybe Human.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well. I think it's because it's a 1080 one. I don't know how to make it not 1080. But now I'm also, I don't know which one. Okay, I got to close this one. There we go. Oh, hello. Now the proper state of things is restored. Yeah, so I need to figure that out. It's about a 0.5 second lag. But if there was no audio, how do you know there's a lag? You know? That's what I'm saying. All right, let's go back to this. Does it matter there's a lag? The difference is Shelby actually draws and doesn't hire a ghost artist. Did Shelby end up on one of the best artists list? I think he did.
I think so.
He should. Or maybe it was Reenie.
I'm pretty sure Shelby was on there.
Everyone does unboxings. Do boxings of my box. That would be fun. Everyone would watch that. The image jumps. Okay. There's a motion. Yeah, you know what? I think it'd be better if it was lower res, maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out somehow. But I'm excited. I want to talk about some comic books.
Comic books you haven't read?
Well, I'll read them. We can talk about how you make characters or your story or whatever. Whatever you like.
Who do you think's going to win these nominations, these awards?
Oh. Yeah. That's good. Could you find the
yeah, I've got it.
Lord Cracker did all the things. We can chat about who we think might win. We can do our predictions.
Yeah, because we don't get any say, which is fair.
We're just doing our predictions.
Talk about that guy that was talking smack about CG customers. Who was that? Oh, are you talking about that the stream I did the other day with Mike? No. All right, I've got it here, Bancroft, if you're ready. So Visions, Roquefort, Groken cover B, Roquefort, and Glorious
Hang on.
Rex.
Can we get category first?
Best cover, right here.
Yeah, we didn't say that. Remember, there's people listening.
Best cover, category 1. Visions, Roquefort, Groken cover B, Roquefort.
Can you read it more like in the Academy Awards?
Inglorious Rex!
All right,
from Shane Davis. animatronic coin slot Davis, and Keown Blood Honey. So that's pretty cool. You've got Roquefort and Davis with 2 covers on the same list.
All right. Who do I think will win?
That's a good cover too, isn't it?
Who do I think will win? Either Groken or Anatomic. Who do I want to win? Excuse me. I'll probably say Groken.
I will go. That's tough for me. It's between this Groken cover and this Dale Keown cover, which is, I forgot how good this was. I'd probably go with
prefer
Groken.
his Salamandroid than that one, which is crazy because they're super awesome. But I'm just saying, if I had to choose.
Mel says, "I'm listening. Start caring, Rob." What do you guys? What do you have a preference? I'm going with Groken. What are you going with, Bancroft?
Groken. Yeah, even though that's not actually my favorite cover from Groken.
Which one is?
Cover C.
Yeah, I
the
like
one
C
you have to
too.
get the top tier.
I think C is probably people's least favorite though in general.
Yeah, that's all right. Everyone has
We've
their
got
opinions.
Leroy's got Roquefort. Micro's got Roquefort. Biggs has got Roquefort. Sumo's got the Visions cover. Mo says C as well. Ryan says Visions. Fallout says he thinks it's going to be Dale. Interesting. Yeah, lots of people going Groken. Lots of people going Groken. So it's going to be interesting to see that.
Now, Leroy will know this, but is this traditionally colored?
I'm pretty sure these watercolors, aren't they?
Yeah, I think he's actually got. I feel like I've seen these in the flesh like this, and that to me just blows my mind. I feel like I've seen close-ups of him painting. Marco says it's digital. I seem to recall talking.
Where it was.
The way he does joint things, but if it's digital, that's still fair enough. I'm not changing my decision.
Yeah, Leroy says if he wins, it will be the second year in a row Roquefort would win.
That's pretty cool.
The other Shane cover's not on there, and I really like that one too.
That's the
one with the 3 characters on it, or the 3 or 4 characters.
After seeing the line art for that, and I'm the same with Roquefort's Inglorious Rex cover as well. I appreciate those covers more in their line art than fully colored up, because you can just they went above and beyond in their line art on both those covers, and I think they're both examples of where the colors might alter the art to a degree that I think was a bit too much, but obviously all great covers.
Leroy, can you confirm if this is watercolor or digital? You'd probably know more than us. Micro says maybe it's physical watercolor, but the interiors look the same and they are digital.
I know the interiors are digital, yes.
Yeah.
I know the interiors are digital, but I have a memory of seeing him, with a pen painting things. And I don't know if he's doing, a joint thing, which he probably would.
Jeremy says watercolor. Yeah, that's what I thought they were. Next category is Book of the Year. Monster MD, Starlight Cats, The Lucent, Only Death Can Save Us, The Chenoo, and Sovereign Wolf.
I can't really talk on this for 2 reasons. I'm in there, and also, as to date, I've only read Monster MD. I've got and Only Death Can Save Us. I started on my Sovereign Wolf, but I just got too busy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't even vote on this anyway. So
we don't have Starlight Cats yet. You don't have your copy yet, I assume.
I don't think anyone's gotten it yet.
It's
in
crazy,
Australia.
man. Postage is bananas at the moment. I've only read The Lucent and Monster MD out of these. I have Sovereign Wolf. I haven't read it yet. I don't have any of the others yet. So let's see what chat say. Admiral Wackar says still waiting on The Lucent.
Yeah. Well, he was a late purchase. I sent him a copy through PayPal.
Oh, nice.
Micro
says Monster MD or The Lucent. Enrique says Starlight Cats. Maybe Human says Starlight Cats. Elder says Only Death Can Save Us. Sorry, Bancroft.
That's okay.
No Starlight Cats yet. Lyra says love Bancroft, but Lucent should not be on the list. So out of Devilfish says he got his book in Queensland last week.
Oh, nice.
It took a trip to France and Germany also before getting here.
Oh, yeah, because they use their fulfillment. Yep. That's how they actually have very competitive rates. I think it's through Yarnsy's. She's already,
Is Bancroft going to ban everyone who didn't say The Lucent? No, he's not like that.
No.
This one is probably not as overwhelmingly in one person as the other one, but it definitely looks like Starlight Cats is the majority of what people are saying.
I mean, people love Monster MD.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago too. Like,
I've
in
heard,
the minds of people.
Yeah. No, well, I'm just gonna say, like, I have heard people saying it's not really their cup of tea, that sort of stuff. But also, I just think, Starlight Cats is so now it's Shane Davis, and I have not heard a single person say anything about it. But I've heard people really, really rave about it. I can't wait to read it. Mo says, don't take it personally, Bancroft. Leroy's on a quest to prove he's a bigger gatekeeper than you. Yeah, ARO was not allowed on the list.
It's really frustrating how long stuff takes to get to its destination. All right, Creator of the Year, Shane Davis, John Malin, Mark Polton, Michael Bancroft, PTP, Mandy Summers.
Yeah, again, what an honor, huh?
Oh yeah, you're on it.
That's something. I was not expecting any of that. Like, I knew that some people said they would nominate for colorist, but that was very cool.
This is a tough one because I think it's going to be open to interpretation of what you value, like, Creator of the Year as. It might
to
be
me,
different for different
there's
people.
no question in my mind who's going to
What
win
is
this.
it for you?
Shane Davis. Starlight Cats is released, massive fanfare. The rise of his channel, he's been on streams all year. He's been doing the videos almost all year. And then he launched Inglorious Rex, and it was $200,000, whatever, $100,000 in 5 hours, and then he reached $200,000, and all the moments. I mean, they were talking about the best moments of CG, and everyone realized you could just do the best Shane Davis moments.
But what's that got to do with Creator of the Year though?
Because that's a creator is all of that.
Mm.
Yeah, the only stipulation is you had to have released a book this year.
I don't disagree with you. Like, the fact that Shane did Starlight Cats, it's accepted as one of the best books that has been released in CG period. I've been told multiple times, and he did it on time. That is a big deal. But you've also got like Polton, PTP, and Summers who have done multiple projects, and yeah, I'm not saying that the same quality as Shane's book, but there are multiple campaigns done. I don't know if that sways people's votes or not.
Well, that's the beauty of having an opinion. You can choose how you want to decide what the best creator is. Like, what's more important to you?
What do you guys think in chat? Leroy says this is tough between Shane and Bancroft. Shane 100% sorry.
Thank you, sir.
2 great books and Sumo and Pterodactyl. Shane from your wife. Where are the Diaz brothers? That's not a bad shout either. Yarnsy best creator.
Look what Shane said. How many times can a creator vote for themselves? How many accounts do you have? Yeah, I think Mel's right. I think Shane's gonna really.
It's like the question is, do the public vote on quantity of output or quality of output? Because if it's quality, then Shane wins. If it's quantity, then it's someone else.
They might not even be voting on necessarily books. It could be books plus YouTube plus other things. I don't know. I think creator of the year is just it's
a free for all of whatever you want to vote as.
Yeah.
It's like the Eisners, Rob. John says, I think Mandy will do better than people expect.
Yeah, Mandy has a big following. No, you don't need to be on Twitter to vote. This happens on the chat. It's Leroy in the chat, his channel. Well, it's Leroy and Amanda and Vanessa and Crackhead.
And George.
It's happening next Saturday at 7 p.m. will be the voting. So
I reckon
make sure you subscribe to Leroy.
I reckon PTP might be a dark horse in that race.
PTP is he's a bit similar to Polton in that he's a quiet producer. He just gets things done.
And he's the artist too. That may have a little bit of sway. I think Shane is what the people in chat are saying.
That's what I said.
Shane made a pint glass. Well, that's good. Just scrolling down. John says PTP has cranked out a lot in the past year.
He has. Toys too.
Yeah. Shane has a highlight reel. Yeah, that was crazy. We'll get to that in a minute about how many things he got nominated for the stream moment of the year. But best new creator, Eddie Winkler, Kenneth Roquefort, Jose Garcia, Niriam, and Dan Plagle. That's a tough one because for me it's between Eddie and Kenny
boy.
But like then again, like I know Kenneth is new to CG, and that makes him a new creator. But does he really count as a new creator considering what he's done in the past?
It's this is the CG thing, yeah. So it's about. I think it's perfectly reasonable that he's on this list because it's about being new to CG, new to crowdfunding, new to this thing that we're doing over here. So, in that regard, it's Kenneth for my money. As much as I love Eddie,
It was Jim says it was first launched on IGG in past year. Yeah, no, I get it. That is tough because like Eddie by all accounts did exceptional, but how do you put him above Roquefort? That's tough. What do you guys in chat think? Leroy says Roquefort. Anyone else? This category, Ryan says this category created the most drama, I think.
Well, yeah, because people kept getting kicked off it because of previous.
Yeah, like Irene, but she had an art book or something.
Yep, and Chant as well. A lot of people.
If Malin jokingly and accidentally tried to set up a 16-year-old with Fragger and get him busted by Will and Fragger, isn't the moment of the year this shit is rigged? I haven't seen that.
I don't know what that is either.
Perth says Eddie put out a Sovereign Wolf comic in 2005. You knock out Irene, you knock out Eddie.
No, it's not. I don't think it's a comic because obviously Kenneth has put out many comics. It's
IGG comic.
It's an Indiegogo crowdfund.
We need more votes on this for chat. I know we're not doing it now, but funsies. Mel says Eddie. John says Roquefort.
People might just take it to be what you're saying, Rob. They might say, "Well, I'm looking at this just like in the same way that you weren't really looking at YouTube or anything as part of being the best creator." They might just say, "Well, I want to give this to Eddie because he's actually new. This is his big launch with a professional grade comic, and he absolutely crushed it. He's new to see, it's his big launch as a creator in CG." I think there could be a bit of that going on, but will it be enough to overcome the Roquefort? I don't know about that.
Micro, it wasn't the Art Jedi, was it? Please tell me it wasn't. That would be hilarious. Yeah, it looks pretty split. We've got John says Roquefort, Jack says Eddie, Zing says Roquefort. I think it's going to might be pretty close. But for me, it'd be between those two. What do you think, Bancroft? Who would you choose, or who it's between?
I mean, as much as I like everyone on the list, Eddie has just made such a massive impact to Comicsgate in the last year, and Kenneth Roquefort is Kenneth Roquefort. So,
Entertainer of the Year. EVS, Shane, Michael Bancroft, Malin, Cecil, Mandy Summers. For me, I think Mandy's done a really good job of growing her channel. She's like getting huge views and lots of viewers now. So that's really impressive, but it's got to be Shane.
But does she have a TikTok? My TikTok's gone viral.
Oh god, I don't want to ask any follow-up questions. I think like when we scroll down to best moments wherever it is.
Hang on, why are we scrolling down?
Just,
We're talking about
I'm making a point. You've got Birth of Pterodactyl, Sumo Shane. Oh, that was it. But there's at least two of them on there. There could have been more. It has to go to Shane for me.
Yeah, they had to
cut some, otherwise it would just be a shame.
It was just ridiculous. Fair enough. I'm not going to sway the vote.
Wackar says EVS or Cecil. Drunk Shane. Bancroft Shane, EVS, hard to make a choice. The Shane spirals. Best moment from Mo Biggs, Mrs. B timing out Noah.
Forgot about that.
Few votes for Cecil. I don't watch Cecil as much as I should, so I can't really comment on that.
Well, Cecil is mostly active on the Jack Show. So if you don't watch the Jack Show, I mean, he will occasionally put up his own stream, but in terms of being active, it's either on Ethan's, which he's been on less this year, and on the Jack Show. So Yeah, I think it's going to be tough for Cecil considering just how prominent Shane has become.
Mm-hmm.
And I think don't count out Ethan Van Sciver.
No, I mean lots of people in chat. Tommy is saying it. Seeing EVS in feathers still makes me laugh, so it is. Maybe Human says Entertainer of the Year, EVS for sure. Jim says, as much as I dislike some of Ethan's antics, I still find him and his streams are most entertaining. So there's going to be a lot of votes for Ethan, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
SDA says Anna's ass. Okay. All right. Best artist: Roquefort, Davis, Van Sciver, Robertson, Irene, Keown. I know who I'd vote for.
Who?
I'd vote for Robertson, but I'm biased.
I would. This is tough because obviously it's really tough. They're all quite different in their approaches.
As incredible as Dale is, right? That's not in question. Can he take that best artist off like a cover and a couple of other things?
I think so. I think that's up to
You
each
think
person.
so?
That's up to each person to decide whether those covers they're just judging purely on his artistic talent that they know of him to possess. If that's what they want to do, I think that's fine. I personally I am taking into account like who I would vote for. I'm taking into account whether or not they've put out a book and what they've been doing and all that sort of stuff this year. I think that's fair. So in light of all that, I'm going to have to go with Kenneth Roquefort.
But he hasn't put the book out yet, Bancroft.
Yeah, but I've seen it. I haven't seen all of it. I've seen covers. I've seen about 4 pages. I've seen the sketches. I'm just talking about him as a general artist. All of that combined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Leroy says Roquefort or Shane, haven't decided. Fallout Zone says Dale. Robertson from Mel B. Shane or Ethan from Ryan. Maybe Human says tough best artist Roquefort. Top 3 from Perth: Roquefort, Davis, Keown, not in any order.
Yeah,
hard to choose.
It is really tough.
Best artist from KSSS: Rob Arnold. Thank you. Enrique says best artist, the Cackler. Admiral Wackass, Dale Keown's art is mind blowing to me. I think it is to everyone. It's just like for me, I'd want to see more before I put him, before I made that choice for myself. Best haircut category is not needed because I would win straight up.
Please. I think you'd be in the running. I mean, it's one of your defining traits.
Mo says Rob's got Ethan's vote as well. I mean,
yeah,
if you could put me in there, I might not do too badly. Yeah, Jim says Ryan Blue Thunder. It's not tied to his book specifically. Did you get the Graveyard Shift 3 print or any other covers he did or see them? I saw his Graveyard Shift 3 print like a long time ago on the computer, and I'm like, yeah, it's all right. But when you get that thing and actually in person, it looks amazing. I don't know if you've got it yet, Bancroft. It looks fantastic.
I do. I haven't really looked through my Graveyard Shift just yet, though.
So, I mean, it looks like the crowd is slightly leaning towards Roquefort, but it could be very close and could go any way at this stage. Few people like Keown's stuff.
Just a few.
Yeah, you spot on, Jim. He says, yeah, seeing things on cam does not show detail usually. Especially like on StreamYards, it just doesn't, it has the same thing. Ryan says, for best artist, I need to see sequential spatial development.
Yeah. See, everyone has their own.
It's cool.
Requirements, and I think that's good. It's good that it's a bit free like that, as it should be in Comicsgate.
Best letterer: Eric Weathers, Phil Diaz, Adam Lawson, Carlos M. Mangual. I mean, the obvious choice is Eric Weathers, and that's probably what I would vote. Did you catch the link to watch later, Rob? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Again, if a Groken was out, we could have added Kenneth to this. And I've only seen 3 pages or so, but I was very impressed by what I saw. But yeah, I mean,
I nominated Adam Lawson because, like, you know me, man. Whenever someone's like, "Oh, this person's on letters," I'm letters. I'm just like, just get Eric to do it. It's going to look better. But his work on his books is actually pretty good. I was surprised. So
hashtag not that bad.
Not that bad. I wouldn't. I'd still vote for Eric Weathers, but in terms of best of the rest, I think he's done pretty well there. I don't think we really need to ask chat.
It won't be like this forever. As this thing grows, Eric can't letter absolutely everything as hard as he's trying to do. Clearly, there's only so many hours in a day.
I don't know. Like, he's quick.
Yeah, he is quick, but what if we get it to 1,000 books a year or 2,000?
Yeah, okay, that's probably too much. Best colorist: Kyle Ritter, Michael Bancroft, Inkspots, Giuliano Petrelli, or Oliver from 656. For me, it's between 3 people, and that's Ritter, Bancroft, Petrelli. I'm biased again. I'd choose Bancroft for me.
Well, thank you, Rob.
Tommy says.
Yeah, it's
Tommy says Adam Lawson is getting better really fast. Yeah, it's true.
This was the obviously a big honor. It was. I sent out a tweet saying it was really quite surreal to think back to a couple of years ago and imagine this taking place, and then you're up there with Kyle Ritter and these other guys. It's pretty cool.
Devilfish says, "Is that because Bancroft is cheap, Rob? He's not. He's not cheap. You could say I'm putting his kids through college right now."
If they were in college, which they're not.
I think Bancroft, if you'd finish Replicator 3 and had that in people's hands, that would probably put you over the edge.
Could do.
But you dropped the ball. Leroy says, Ritter versus Bancroft for me. The colors in Illusion were fantastic.
Thank you.
Kyle, hands down from Fallout Zone. Sorry, Bancroft.
Each to their own. I love Kyle's colors.
Maybe Human says colorist will be between Bancroft and Ritter, both great. Bancroft versus Kyle from Enrique. Ryan says if they were worthy of college. Admiral Whack asks, Ritter, everyone I show Starblades, picks out Starblades. I haven't got the Lucent yet. Still needs to be carbonated tested for radioactivity before leaving Australia. Jim says, Rob trying to light a fire. Yeah. What about you, mate? Apart from yourself, who would you go with?
Well, I'm going to pick the wild card. I've only seen a few covers, but my boy Oliver, I really dig what he's doing. I really dig his style, and like I said, it's just based on a few things, and that's just my prerogative as I'm going to vote for someone who's probably not going to win because not as many people obviously know who he is. Giuliano is an incredible talent who's really going places.
The thing is, you can't count his work on Arc Athena. It has to be Sovereign Wolf.
So, I think in a year or so, he'll be a real threat to the top spot.
Mm-hmm.
But people really haven't seen what he's doing yet. So he absolutely deserves to be there. Kyle Ritter is still king of the hill in these parts. So, if he takes this out, I don't think anyone's going to be surprised.
Elder says, has Kelsey been kicked out of CG? No, I think he just missed the cut.
I think it's got to, there's obviously there's a sort of an element of if you're not getting your face out there as much, people just sort of forget about you and what you're doing. And I think there's a sort of element of that. Kelsey has a tendency to disappear. When he's disappeared working on books, yes, but then people might not see those books. There might not be books that they're backing. They might not see them for a while. And I think that's kind of probably what's happened there with Kelsey in terms of the voting, the nominations on this list. And also you got to take into account where this happened. This happened on the chat. And that's a certain, I guess you could call it a kind of a corner of CG. I think it's actually very broad. You get a lot of people from different areas of Comicsgate hanging out there. But that being the case, when it was, entertainers of the year, it was less Jack Show related and more, kind of pointing towards Shane Davis. So there's that. So you got to take that into account. But Kelsey is obviously a massive talent.
KSSS says best colorist, your boy Zach. Moving on. Best writer, Polton, Von Klaus, Davis, Lynn, Bancroft, Stoker, Diaz.
This is anyone's guess. I mean, my guess would be either Von Klaus or Davis Lynn, but I just don't know. It could be Mark Polton. He's put out so much stuff. I'm hearing the rave reviews, though. I'm hearing coming from Von Klaus and Shane. Clint Stoker. Everyone loves Clint Stoker. Look, this could go either way. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you to everyone who's saying me in the chat too, by the way. That's very kind. Obviously, I can't comment
Leroy
on that.
keeps going from roasting me to roasting you to roasting me and back again. It's interesting to listen to Bancroft, but then Rob talks.
Yeah.
Elder says Bancroft easily. Enrique says Yanzi. Mobig says Von Klaus or Bancroft. Von Klaus from Tommy. Ryan Blue Thunder really wanted Reaney, but he got shut down. Most anticipated book, Bancroft. You got Groken, Inglorious Rex, Godlike, Battle Brick Road, Cryptidnals.
I mean, for me, it's Groken again.
Yeah, for me, it's Groken too. I just want to see what it's like. I'm really interested in Cryptidnals as well because that's up my alley. I love Cryptidnals type stuff. So
I have a feeling that Godlike and Inglorious Rex are so much further away than Groken. There's a bit of that too. It's right there. We saw it's actually at the printers. We've seen test prints. That has to factor in that people are just super excited to get that book.
What's the chat saying? Groken from Leroy, Godlike from Perth, Battle Brick Road from Elder. Groken from Ryan. Does Stoker go on streams? He does. He hasn't been doing it much though recently.
He got a new job.
Yeah.
And he's not. I mean, he's said on many occasions he's not streams aren't really his favorite thing to do. If you don't enjoy going on streams and it becomes a real drag, not a good thing. You actually can probably hurt your the prospects of why you're going on the stream as a creator in the first place, rather than hinder.
A few for Inglorious, a few more for Groken. Community Ambassador of the Year: Malin, Bancroft, Diaz, EVS, Summers. No Rob Arnold.
I saw you trying to get on there.
I don't even think I was even mentioned. It's fine,
Look, this is the thing about community ambassador. It's what does it mean? It means something different to everyone else. Now, everyone was talking about Shane. People were mentioning my name. People were mentioning John. To me, it's still Ethan. When I think about just the sheer scale of his channel, the consistency, the getting onto all these different shows and doing radio shows and now onto mainstream stuff. I mean, yeah, that's for me. But all these other guys and gal are also, yeah, I mean, great people in Comicsgate.
I want to highlight the chat, guys, but I can't do it because it's on Bancroft's show and he's been really lazy.
I'm coloring.
Are you still okay? I'll give you a little bit of a break then. Elder says Bancroft to EVS. Leroy says Malin. Ryan says I got votes but got cut down. That's appreciated. I nominate Antoine. Really, Antoine nominates Ethan. Fallout Zone EVS. Maybe Human EVS. John EVS. Perth says Bancroft. Ryan says EVS. 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 It looks like Ethan is head and shoulders above the rest on this one. Sorry, Bancroft.
Someone joked like earlier, I'm just happy to be nominated. That absolutely, if it be no sleep lost if I don't win any of these. It really is, the honor is being nominated in the first place. To see your name up against those guys, especially like I said earlier, when you think back to a couple of years ago and you're wanting to get involved and you're figuring out how you're going to do that, and now to find yourself there, it's pretty surreal.
Best campaign value: Warts and All, Sovereign Wolf 94, Johnny Phantasm, Graveyard Shift 3. That's such a tough one.
Well, look, as much as I want to give it to Eddie because it was an incredible package to receive, the sheer scale of What's in All was just, I mean, there's nothing else like it. That's my opinion. As much, again, I love Eddie. I loved his package, what he put together with the poster rolled up and the bits and everything. And people got a lot of stuff in that campaign.
You can't really compete with what Ethan can do.
Yeah.
Even with your very, very best efforts.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, exactly.
Pretty
much everyone, the majority is saying Warts and All. Sovereign Wolf has got a few. Graveyard Shift has got a few, but the majority is Warts and All. It is cool though, right? That there are, like, everyone says Warts and All is the leader, but all these campaigns here have done really well. Like they're all really good value. I mean, like, you back any one of these and you feel like you got your money's worth.
Yeah, and there's other campaigns too that didn't make the list, but they're just not as well known. That you get a lot of stuff in. So,
best character: Johnny Phantasm, Rebecca from Starlight Cats, Dr. Black from Monster MD, Salamandroid, Cecil, or Rage Tality from 94.
This is one I wouldn't even give an opinion on because I just don't know enough. And I listened to everyone's reasonings. Leroy was really big on Johnny Phantasm, the way he described it as, you know, this is the one character that you kind of watched an arc go through from book to book. People love Salamandroid, but it's not like they know a whole deal about Salamandroid. They just love him.
Yeah. So like Leroy has chosen like character development for his criteria. For me, I'd probably choose more something along like character design, and that's why I'd probably choose Salamandroid. But
yeah.
I mean, it depends on the way you look at it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Most memorable moment: birth of Pterodactyl, Sumo Shane, Bancroft's ARO stream, Dale Keown's first CG stream, EVS toast and roast of me, Venom Cecil.
Well, I'm impartial to both the ARO stream and Ethan's toast, but the chat will decide.
I'll just read what they said about the best character. We've got Elder and Admiral saying Cecil. Salamandroid followed by Cecil. I think Cecil will run away with it. Salamandroid is a good boy from Admiral Wackass. Venom Cecil. I missed that whole Venom thing. I might have to check it out.
Me too.
It sounds hilarious.
Everyone is saying it's the bee's knees, but I don't know, somehow missed it. Is it a Jack Show thing, or was it on Ethan's stream?
I'm not sure. Ryan says pterodactyl. Leroy says Sumo Sumo Shane. I don't know if I ever laughed that hard. Stephen Rockwood says Sumo Shane. Pterodactyl. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I'm biased. Obviously, I'm going to choose the one that I'm involved in. So I thought that was hilarious. That was my moment of the year for sure.
Yeah.
Started on Jack Show. I think that's it. That's the nominations. So I love these things, dude. I think they're great fun.
Mm-hmm.
And they make, you know, they're fun for everyone in CG, as long as, you know, you don't get butthurt over it not getting nominated, which I'm sure some people do.
Oh, well. No, it's good. It's really good. It was a really great show to watch and listen to everyone's reasoning and get a feel. And I said that there'd be some surprises, and there certainly were. So it's good. It'll be good to see the winners announced and voted on. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there'll be potentially a couple of locks from what it seems, but there are a lot of open categories too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Mo says the ARO stream was special because while you see Rob cry every week, it's not quite as often we see Billy in tears.
Never see me cry. Never.
Okay, so Admiral Waka says Cecil doing 9 hours of promos should be on the list, and maintaining a chat the entire time while he was passed out. I was there for that one. I was there when he was passed out, and the chat was just entertaining themselves. That was good. Yar.
How did you end up with the colors?
All right. I don't know. I was going a bit slow. Surprise, surprise. Can you believe it?
That you're going slow? No, I can't believe it at all. 550 views of that nomination stream so far from Jim Cox. Yeah, it's awesome, man. I hope more people get involved.
Yeah, someone asked, how big was it last time? And yeah, it was between 20 and 30 people in there. It shows what a difference a year can make. There was between 40 and 50, I think, maybe a bit more this time around. I remember last time when it all came out. Yeah, there were a few upset people. I hadn't heard of this. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? It's good. Let me do the count, Rob. Let me do the count.
And if you're not, if you're a creator that hasn't made it on the list, just use it as fuel and get on the list next year. No big deal.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For motivation and inspiration. Ryan says it's Leroy's channel, so what he says goes. It's his awards. That is correct. So let me just look here. So I will finish page 26 and 27 either tonight or tomorrow morning. That will leave me with 4 pages left to finish that are already mostly finished. Now, when I say that, we don't mean that you pick the winners, Leroy. Just that it's your award show essentially. The way you want to do it.
I would like to
call it the Leroy's. I don't know if he would agree with that.
Oh, he would not. He would not like that at all. He would not like that at all.
Yeah.
I'd like to hope that he doesn't get negative feedback from creators about not getting nominated.
Some will, but that's
don't do it.
That's what happens. Look, as we find out, whether you're putting out a book, a piece of art, running a channel, you can't make everyone happy all the time. But you can listen to people and take advice and feedback. Everyone's saying the Leroy's now. Oh God, imagine if that takes.
Dude, that will cause so much issues. I can tell you right now, that'll cause fucking drama for weeks.
Yeah, I think we hear Leroy say that. That's not what I know of him.
It's not called that, people. Don't mention it again.
Anna versus Shane for Slap Mountain King. Oh God.
Oh, you know what moment I would have liked to see on there that didn't get nominated? When Anna made Ethan spit out his drink.
No, that was absolutely brought up in the chat. It just didn't
make the list. That was funny.
Yeah, well, there's so many moments. We
were talking about doing that, remember? Like a couple of weeks back, we were talking about doing like top moments of the year from YouTube.
It would be good if someone could do it and actually get the clips, because just talking about it, it's not the best. God, everyone's going.
Who said it? Who said it first?
I don't know. I'm buying
Holy
trophies
shit.
and engraving them with the Leroy's plaque. So you get like a West Virginia trophy.
Blue Ridge Mountain.
The Chat Nobody Cares Awards. Well, look, I care. I care for the reason that so many people in the actual chat picked me, and that they really care about who they picked.
Mo's got a comment for you.
Hold on. Remember the wrenches. I'll never live the wrenches down. I want to do the wrenches again. Mo said we should do it again. Just don't promise physical things that you might not necessarily be able to follow up on. Everything shut down for so long here, and then I got really busy.
All I hear is excuses.
I know.
I can hear you talking, and all I can hear is wee.
Rob, you can't suppress the chat on this. They're talking about Leroy's.
I tried.
Stippling Vaughn says Michael was both commented back and forth on Leroy stream. Viewership proves CG just keeps growing, and we owe him a thank you for doing it. Thank you very much, Stippling Vaughn. Speaking of growth, I'm not speaking of the lump on my head that really took a beating this Halloween. You asked earlier, how's your TikTok going? Didn't you, Rob?
No, No, I said I don't want to ask any follow-up questions about your TikTok. I clearly said that. Don't bring up your TikTok.
This is about Comicsgate. Now, what are we talking about? Growth, yeah? Look at this video, yeah? 4,000 views on this and
Jeez, that's pretty good.
7,500 views on this. Rob, this was at 4,000 this morning.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
Right? Now, that's neither here nor there. This is the interesting part. These comments are full of people that I don't know. I don't recognize their usernames.
Gas chamber.
Yeah, my comments are just full of people who are, it's about 50. I know it's actually more like about 75, 25. What I'm saying is Comicsgate has friends over here and I don't recognize them. All the people that are following me, I don't recognize their names. I don't recognize their avatars. They're talking about, well,
That's
I
actually pretty
recognize
impressive,
Selena,
dude.
obviously. They're talking about, like, look, it's Victor Stalnauka. He says, remember, Marvel did this to the fan base. Don't reward them. This is, CG has friends over here. Now, I don't know if anything's going to come of it, but the views are there. The people are there. They're giving their comments. I couldn't have asked for anything more than that.
Is it linked to anywhere? Like, is it linked to anything?
Well, it
that
links
they can...
to my YouTube. Yeah, I mean, not on
Okay.
not on the desktop version, but on the app. You can just click on my YouTube.
Nice.
And you can put links in there. I don't know if anyone clicks on them. But that's I think in a week, I've
That's pretty
gotten
cool.
nearly 15,000 views.
So you've destroyed B-Rose already, I take it.
Oh, poor B-Rose. Yeah, that was yeah, I think he's still on about 38. But you know, look, this is legitimately sort of, I mean, for me anyway, that's kind of gone viral. And the best, because I was kind of thinking it would be full of people saying, "Oh, you're an awful misogynist. You're a," and there is that in there. There is that.
Yeah.
There's some of that in there, but it really is the minority. Most people are agreeing with it, and then they're arguing with the people who are saying, so you just hate black people. There's people arguing.
That's what we've been. That's what I've been saying for probably a month or two. Like every time someone posts something like F Comicsgate or you guys are a hate group, there seems to be more and more comments arguing against these people now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's really heartening, and the fact that I'm getting followed by people that I don't recognize from over here on YouTube or Twitter is very. Apparently, I told Mo's joke before he could, which is shameful. It's a new low for me. But how many comments? Okay, well, so this one has 7,500 views. It's got 1,000 likes and 200 comments. This one has 4,000 views, 582 likes, and 42 comments.
That's
and
cool, man.
This is a week. This is actually under a week, I think. So
you have a massive advantage over a lot of other creators that you can do these kind of videos, and you should really do more.
Now do the one on Shane. Oh man, it's going to be so good. Oh, why is there only 24 hours in a day? Comments are rather long. They get in. People are arguing in the comments right now. I've got 9 more. I mean, no one's. There you go. I do not understand how you can even come to this conclusion. So he's arguing with someone about Kamala Khan in the comments there. This person says it's not innovation if you just change that. It's not innovation if it's just change that doesn't help make things better in any way. If it sells less or meets less needs, it's not innovation. I'm telling you, CG has friends over here. We're not doing the race to 1,000 on TikTok. We're doing the race to 100,000. The engagement is crazy on this site. Bancroft, you need to get, Anton says, you need to get those folks to migrate over to YouTube. Well, that's the plan. I am with all you guys who are very skeptical about whether or not these guys are interested in backing books, but by the sounds of it, they're interested in comics and they agree with us on a lot of things. But yeah, I'm firmly still in the camp that YouTube is the number one funnel. I've got, I linked this to my YouTube channel. I've left a couple of comments on the bigger ones saying, follow me on YouTube. Yeah, there's a billion people on that app. It's crazy. Hang on, let me just grab some more comments here. Merge the talks with the blue tubes. That's the thing. Maybe Human is surprised. I think TikTok, it's famous for the cringe, but it's also famous for people getting a gazillion views. And if you can only get a small percentage of them over onto YouTube or Twitter or whatever, I think it's worth me just re-uploading my stuff. I'll be opening my own independent platform that's just Bancroft's crotch called Dickcock. John says, Bancroft, what are you going to do once you exhaust your pre-made animations? I have a lot of other animations I haven't shown. Not these kinds, not this good, but just other stuff. I have time lapses, and then I have a bunch of other stuff. I don't think I'll exhaust it for a while, and then obviously I'll be making newer ones. But again, it's not really about, I'm not thinking I'm going to become a TikTok content creator. I'm thinking if one of these things goes off, it could really bring huge numbers over here of people who are just not really knowing what's
Netflix,
going on
Bancroft.
YouTube.
CG Netflix, man, we need it.
That's what you say.
That's what I say. Let's wrap it up.
Hold on.
I'm gonna go eat some dinner.
Mobig says that infamous stream where Eddie and Rob talking about boxes and ignoring some of the best chat jokes I ever made inspired Bancroft. Has the needle actually moved? SDA asks. Is that about? Things are going viral. Jack says TikTok was a legit genius move. It was sitting there staring us in the face the whole time and nobody jumped on it. Anton says lots of views. That's admirable, but I'd like to see a few more followers. It's climbing. This was sitting on about 130 this morning, so I picked up about another 50 today. Perth says he'll set one up tonight. You would do well on this, I reckon, Perth. Thank you, Anthony says hats off. Right, I'm trying to wrap it up. Mo says Bancroft is the disco still TikTok. Did you get the reference, Rob?
Disco stew of TikTok, yeah. Simpsons.
If these trends continue, yeah, he was buying all like into fish, swimming in the stilettos, and like disco is on the rise. If we see, yeah. Mo is a doubter, but I'm gonna if for one thing, that's gonna keep me inspired is Mo's doubt. Need to post the becoming Bancroft. Yeah, probably, huh? That's actually a good idea. Should I put Sumo Shane on there, or would Shane kill me, or would Yarnsy kill me? Shane was in the chat earlier. You might still be listening. I don't know.
You're far away. They can't really kill you.
Yeah, but I don't want them to hate me. I like them. I don't know.
Someone's going to hate you one day. Oh, that's right. You've already got 2 of them. That's okay. I remembered. I got a couple of campaigns to show before we wrap it up. Cryptidnals is closing literally as soon as Indiegogo see their email and shut the campaign down. So if you want to back it, this is the last chance. It's gone. A massive amount of pages, 132, great art. $25. Get on it before it's too late and it's gone and you miss out, and then you miss out on this great book. Then Shane Glorious Rex.
Shane Glorious Rex.
Shane Glorious Rex.
How is this only 3 days left?
3 days left. It's in dollary dues. Don't freak out, Shane. Great.
Maybe I'll ask Yanzi. That's a good idea. Thank you, Slacker.
So they've got 3 days left. Then I don't know if it's going in demand. I don't know that information. Let's all assume it's not going in demand, and then back it while it's still available. 3 days left, and then it's gone. Great art. Roquefort mail-in covers. Shane Davis covers. That's the other cover that was nominated, I assume, for cover of the year.
Yeah.
I actually prefer it over this one.
Me too. But I think again, as amazing as the colors are and the whole thing,
yeah,
the line art is just out of this world on that cover. The amount of time he spent on that, all the details, it's insane.
I don't know if if it is going in demand or not, but I'm pretty sure these covers are coming down. So Malin Roquefort covers, I think, are going to be gone. Someone's going to have to, confirm or deny that for me. But yeah, back it. Micah will chuck the link in chat, or I can, I guess. But yeah, that's it. Back the book. Back a book.
Back Replicator 3.
Back Replicator 3,
got,
yeah.
After these 2 pages that I'm about to finish, just 4 pages left.
Can almost taste it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Man, this book is going to look great. Hang on a sec. I have it already loaded up. There you go. It really is going to look really good. We've obviously put a lot of work into it. I haven't read it. I don't know what... I mean, script's probably good, right, Rob?
Yeah, script's great. Lots of... There's a story. Things happen. People have motivations. They do things. There's a ton of violence.
Well, we've seen that.
I love my violence. People... There are consequences. People die.
I just ask, for the sanity of your next colorist, can you ask William to please do the blood splatters on a separate layer?
He's traditional though, yeah?
He probably can't.
Do you want him to put get a piece of
an overlay and tracing paper?
A piece of what's it called?
I did not know he was traditional. I did not know.
Get a piece of baking paper and just do the blood splatters on that.
All makes sense now. Yeah, something.
I want to go have dinner. All
right, okay. Thank you everyone in the chat for hanging out. We had like 40 people here. That is awesome for being so late in the night. I did get a little bit of coloring done, but I will be getting back to it, and I've got all day tomorrow to do it as well. So until next time, have a great one, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.